people! Welcome to another special edition, an FTF Friday, if you will. What does FTF stand for? It's that finger-tapping frenzy that we know and love. It's WWE SuperCard with me, Big Jim, and Ninja Boy in his West Ham bubble hat. Now then, what news have we got? Well, there's a bit of team update and a bit of how the game is meant to play, etc., which we could talk about. There's also news of customisation of cards, which you could talk about. Not so sure that I'm keen on that. But what I normally like to start with, I normally like to say I've been doing some King of the Rings and I managed to get through to the final or whatever, and we have a look at some cards. Well, just for a change, let's talk about my two King of the Rings. Season 1, Season 2. Got to the semi-finals of the two of them, and as those of you who are familiar with the programme know, I like to run them alongside so that you're checking your teams at the same time. And what did I do? Just got into the semi-finals, fell asleep in front of the TV. Not, you would have thought, a good tactic. But in Season 1, something must have happened to my opponents because I got through to the final and won. And I'm not too sure about the semi-final opponent, but I certainly know the opponent in the final was a human being. He's got the AJ Fusion card, and he was in fact the table winner in the knockout stages, and was most definitely powering up every time he played me in the knockout stages, so he could retain that rather useless title of being top without losing. Anyway, if we go to game recap, you can see I obviously wasn't on full power because I was sleeping, and I just assume he must have done the same thing.
Yeah, beat him.
And same again happened in the second match. So there we go. It's a win. Now, those of you who were watching last time, and I will put a link somewhere around our heads to last time round, I got Brie Bella as the WrestleMania, and that gave me a WrestleMania Pro, and it's the first proper WrestleMania Pro from Season 1. Ninja Boy reminded me, I did have two Natalia cards, but I didn't pro them because what I did was I carried them over into Season 2 into the Loyalty Fusion Chamber, made them two separate Ultra Rare cards and made a pro that way. So she never got pro'd in Season 1. So I've got Brie. I do have two more divas. I've got a Paige who's maxed, and I've also got a Natalia who's not been worked on at all. So to get another diva would be fantastic. But let's not be greedy.
Make sure it's Prime.
Let's cream. Let's have some cream. Let's
Peggy
cream rewards. Right, ready? What do you reckon? Quick shout.
Cesaro.
Cesaro, interesting. I am going to say it's going to be Paige.
You tap that.
I do that every time. And it's Edge. Oh, do you know what I've just done? Mind you, he was a pro. I've just fed that Edge, or the Pro Edge I had, into the... What card have I fed him into? I know I fed him into the Brie card to make her a pro. No, I didn't actually.
I think you told me that at the last minute. You kept telling me.
Yeah, I changed it to Bray Wyatt, didn't I? Well, it doesn't
Well,
matter
I was
anyway
right
because
on
I've
the
already got
male
him as well.
front.
And The Rock! The Rock is here again. Doesn't really matter, but it's The Rock. Now then, Season 2. Obviously, not going to be so lucky falling asleep and expect to win the thing. But I did get through to the final, which, yeah, I don't know what happened there. I got stuffed in the final because, again, by the guy who'd won the table again.
Michael Jackson.
And there were a lot of human beings in this. How do you pronounce it? Is it Saint of the Step? Then Moranis, who was wishing us luck, because I beat Moranis in the semi-final. Super Lee, yep. So there were some humans certainly involved in this. I lost in the final, but do you know what? Having woken up thinking, oh God, I'm going to end up with two epic cards, I'm just happy I'm going to get a legendary.
I think it's just legendary.
It is just a legendary on its own.
Your prediction?
Well then, I've already got a John Cena Pro, and I have a single John Cena, so that would be cool. Even a Kofi or a Jack Swagger, to be honest, bearing in mind.
Yeah, I knew. Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's going to be a pro, but a bad one.
It probably will be, but, you know, at this stage, a legendary pro is a legendary pro. Right, so what are you going to say?
You go first.
I'm going to say Kofi, because I seem to pick up a lot of Kofi cards, so I'm going to say Kofi Kingston. But it'll be a pro, so I'd be happy.
I think Cat Daddy will give you a bad card that will do you good. I think
explain yourself.
That
would give me a pro as well.
Because she is the only person who has been worse than Jack Swagger.
Right. But of course, a Cameron Pro Diva would be better than a Survivor single Diva, so it's worth having. Can I claim it yet? Can I do it? Can I go?
Yeah.
Yes. Claim reward.
Bad cards that will do you well.
Claim reward. And we get Naomi, who I've already got as a pro.
It just wants to give you divas.
So I've got Eve as a single. I've got Cameron as a single. So now it's another Naomi. Okay.
If it gives you higher chance of
Not quite sure how I feel about that.
Higher chance of another legendary pro, even though you already have her.
Perhaps it does.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Do you want to talk us through your King of the Ring? How you doing? So not King of the Ring. Sorry. Road to Glory.
No.
Road to Glory.
Oh, you just did it. Oh my God.
Your road to glory,
Yay.
we'll love it.
Hey,
Are you going to talk us through it first, or are you just going to sit there wearing your bobble hat, looking cool?
Sit here wearing my bubble hat,
Looking cool. Okay. Well, if we have a look, I'll show you my deck on Road to Glory at the moment. As you can see, it's very heavily epic led. And the reason for that is there are either epic cards that need their stats powering up, that's the pros, or there's individual cards that I'm trying to get their stats done so they can become pros, because I've got duplicates that have already been maxed out. So that's how I've been charging up to now, and it's carried me through okay, all the way up to 48 points into Jack Swagger. Now that it was 40 points, then I lost a couple of matches. And then I've got some title matches that I'm using. So I did a 6-point match, which I won, and then I accidentally did a 2-point match. So that's the 48 points that I've got so far. What I can do, of course, is now I can refresh the deck and bring in all my event cards, which may just ease me through a few more points. I don't know. We'll see about that shortly. Ninja Boy, how are you doing with your Road to Glory?
I'm 10 points into Super Rolling.
Right. And realistically, what do you think you're going for in this? Because of course you've been at school for the last couple of days, so it's your main gameplay is over the weekend, isn't it? Don't you fancy getting Daniel Bryan?
Don't stand a chance.
You don't stand a chance.
I'll get a few points, but I don't think I.
Don't stand a chance. Never say never. You never know what might happen. So what are you going to do then? You're gonna crack on. Okay, well look, just before I do that, why don't you call your deck up and I'll just talk to people, then people can see what deck you're playing with. What I was going to say was the couple of things I mentioned. Team play. It looks like with the team matches, everyone's going to have to play, and they're going to tot up all the wins for your team to then decide where your team finishes in the overall scheme of things. And also they're going to pick your cards for you as a random selection out of everybody's team cards. So in other words, a good tactic would to be not to all have the same card out as one of your best cards. If you've got like 5 or 6 Finn Balors, then perhaps a couple of you should put Undertaker in. So that you just got to mix and match it. But how the game itself is going to pick the cards randomly, I mean, you could have a nice mix of left and right arrows, up and down arrows, and then the game randomly picks you 4 up arrows, which is then no use to anyone. So still keen to see practically how this is going to work, because again, it's all very well having things described to you. Until you see it in action, you don't quite understand all the nuances and all the little twists and turns that are going to be going on. So there's that aspect. Another thing that's cropped up is card customization. Now apparently you're going to be able to take, if you've got say a card of The Rock, and you decide that you don't like the picture on the Legendary card, and you'd prefer the picture from the Epic card, as my lovely assistant is showing you just here, then you will be able to swap them over. Whether that's a good idea or not, though, I don't know.
It is for Michael Jackson.
I mean, it's a very cosmetic thing, and as Ninja Boy said, our first reaction was, well, that Legendary card of Paige, which looks like Michael Jackson, I'm sure that'll be the first one that everyone's changing. But, you know, if you've got cards as part of a collection, how they look and the faces they look, they become instantly recognisable. You see a card land and you see the particular pose of someone, you recognise the card, but that card is part of a collection. If you start changing the faces and changing them around, it's one thing changing the stats, but if you're changing the appearance as well, where do you stop? And another thing there is, why are they fiddling around doing something like that, which I've never actually heard anyone ask for that before, when the game still freezes and there's still all these little niggly, glitchy problems going on. Perhaps sort those out first before tarting up with all these other silly bits and pieces. Anyway, that's my opinion on that. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to play a maximum point match with this deck with my epic cards. And just see how we get on. I've got a strong suspicion I'm going to get booted out of the ballpark. Ninja Boy, you're quite happily chiselling away with yours, aren't you? So, so you should be able to just crack on. So let's give it a go. Let's see what happens.
I'm just going to check something.
Well, he's only played 3,000 matches. I might stand a chance in this one. They've started to chuck up people against me who've been playing 8,000 or 9,000 matches, and those were the people I was losing to. Right, let's have a look. That's my worst diva, of course. But then he hasn't got a decent diva either. I might just get away with this. It'd be nice if I did, because it'd be an extra 10 points to play with. But
You Stone Cold.
yeah. Concentrate on yours, Bubba.
No, I don't have to look at mine.
Right.
Because I'm not in competition.
I'm going to play a card early, see how that does for me.
I think you might be fine. I think it was about toughness.
Nope.
What?
Not fine. It's not fine at all. It's rubbish.
Well, obviously not Bray.
Right.
Yep, that's a loss.
Yeah, so it's looking pretty much as if the 10 pointers with this present deck are a no-go. Because even though this guy played fewer matches than me, and unexpected, he's just cuffing me every time. Cuffing me every time. How you doing, bub? I guess you're just like tapping away, and it doesn't really matter what you're picking.
I've had all perfect games.
That's the beautiful stage. I mean, just tap, tap, tap. It doesn't matter.
No, it's the boring stage. I want competition.
Well, don't call it too soon.
Hey, I've been saying it for the last 10 hours.
10 hours? So you've been playing for the last 10 hours, have you? How did that go down well at school?
No, I didn't say I was
No.
playing at school.
No.
I've been saying it a lot, and I was saying it in my head at school.
Right.
So that I could be doing a mess on that.
Look at that. Absolutely hammered. Absolutely West hammered.
So I was doing that 11 times 6 sounds like I want some RTG competition. Oh yeah, right, 33.
Alright. So, what I'm going to do after this, I'm going to refresh my deck to call in my event cards and some of the better cards that aren't in there right now, and see how we get on from there. See if it makes any difference at all.
Yay.
Right, actually, it's not going to be so much of a whitewash in terms of the final score as it was looking, but 7-5 in the end after all that.
Only, wow.
Right, another thing.
I'm surprised with your great.
I haven't pulled a legendary card off the deck yet. Basically, there's quite an interesting thing. For those of you who watch Biggie Dude's videos as well, I've reached the card limit now. A few weeks back, it was during a ring domination. Though not last week's, it was the previous one. He was aware of the fact that he was due to make a legendary pull. So he just went into exhibition mode and was playing a few matches, and he got his legendary pull. Last week, it was a similar sort of thing. He felt pretty much he was due a legendary pull, so he made sure he was in exhibition mode and did the same thing. Got his legendary card. Me, at the same time, I felt I was due a legendary pull the same time as Biggie Dude, but I went into epic mode on ring domination to try and get some of the lower cards, and what happened? I pulled an epic card while I was in epic mode, and I said at the time, that's probably the game's going to count that as me pulling out my top tier card. What happened to me last week? Exactly the same thing. You could say it's my own stupid fault for going back and playing in epic mode. But again, the funny thing was, on both times, the very same day that happened to me, was the same day that Biggie Dude was on camera showing us his legendary pools. So we must be sort of playing roughly the same amount of games and in the same cycle. But he's had the nous to know exactly when it's due, or more or less exactly when it's due, and to make sure he's in legendary level, whereas I've been a complete doofus and I've messed it up. So the net result of that is I had Naomi as my first legendary card when I was first on legendary level, and then since then, nothing. Nada. Zilch. So all my legendary cards have come from events and from King of the Ring. So I need to do something about that. I need to start counting, I guess, and start monitoring what's going on.
Yeah, you're good at maths.
Because I can't keep letting myself doing that.
You're great.
Especially when we get into survivor mode, because the cards are going to be few and far between there, so I don't want to miss out on getting any top tier cards when we've kicked into the Survivor.
Right. When we said Survivor, I thought back to that season 1 thing when I pulled a Survivor Dolph Ziggler.
That was a great episode. When Ninja Boy pulled his first Survivor card, it was Dolph Ziggler. That was just his face. It's an absolute picture. There's that episode actually done very well on. It's one of our top ranking episodes on YouTube. I'm not surprised. His little face, fantastic. The pure joy. Right. So what was I going to do? I was going to change my deck, wasn't I?
I was near a deck reset, and even though I'm on Epic for RTG, I'm on Epic Plus for Exhibition.
Right.
Which gives me like triple times the chance of getting an Epic.
Okay, now look, let's have a look at my deck. You can see I'm on legendary level here. If I do autofill, you're obviously going to see Finn Balor and Ryback and some others come in. So let's go for it. And even Cameron the Diva will disappear. So there we go, autofill. There we go. So legendary, legendary plus in the middle.
So Seth,
Malcolm in the middle.
Not funny. Seth, Cena, Ryback, Balor, and Eve.
So let's give that a little go. See how we get on with this. Oh, it's still a lot of matches. Although I do sometimes feel once you've changed your deck around, it takes a match for the game to catch up with you. So it's still giving you an opponent based on what your previous deck was, but then it goes into then it readjusts itself. Just a feeling I get. Just a feeling.
And you lost.
Yes, I can see that. Thank you very much for pointing that out.
Oh, that pause made me think I was going to pull a really good card. Of course it makes me go to the last pick.
As I say, it's not so much this match, it's going to be the next match that I'm going to be more interested to see. Because by then the game should have adapted itself. Right. How are you doing, buddy? Still just tapping away?
Yeah, it made me go to the last card.
I'm
not going to look what I pulled. Shake it off.
Maybe I should have gone for the leg end. No, it wouldn't have made much difference because it's still going to come in with the big guns. Right, that's very obviously Ryback's job. Might be heading for a draw here if I'm lucky. Speed. Gonna have to go with that just in case it tag teams me. Oh, and it has tag teamed me. Come on, guys, come on. It's close.
No!
Oh, man.
No!
Oh, how did it do? Oh,
all of them would have lost it.
That's because I tapped the screen too heavily, didn't I?
All solos and you've lost.
That's it then. Anyway, as I said, I just always feel that first match when you've changed deck is tough. So I'm going to go back in and do another one and just see how that works. Or if it works. May not work at all.
You know what I need?
A drink?
No.
A new hat? A new life? A false identity? A girlfriend? An ice cream? What? What do you need? Learn how to smile a bit more? Right, here we go.
No, I
now
need
let's try this.
vitamin DC.
Oh, that's better. It's just 4,000. Shane. Let's give Shane a go. Let's see how we get on. We certainly know he's going to be pulling that Finn Balor card. Diva. Right. That's one. I'll take team toughness. Right. Look, we don't want to hear you dribbling, mate. That's a disgusting noise.
I'm not dribbling, I'm drinking.
Slurping then. Right, this is anxious times for Big Jim. The chat's gone, the banter's gone, it's been silenced. Unless he tries to work out what's going on.
He has no competition.
Right, so I've got to play Bray. That's tight. Oh no. No. Let's do that. No, no, wait. No way.
There's a lot less uncommons and commons now, but there's still no like ultra rare.
I've got to stop tapping the screen at the bottom when I'm hurrying it up because it's automatically selecting cards and I'm losing the chance to
Double Dean.
Sort myself out.
And it's the Double Dean.
Right. 6-3. I think I've just about blown it.
You win that. It was tough.
Well, it's going to get us into the final round. Ah, I've got my event cards.
Okay.
That's good.
Balor and Dean are compatible.
Yeah, they are.
Power toughness.
So we're going to go with them.
We'll go with them. Yes.
6-5. This could be vital. Right, tag team again.
No. We needed power toughness. Come on, two epic pros.
It's not on his good stats either.
Yes.
But that'll do. That'll do. So it's just pulled it out the fire a bit there.
Look, I'm celebrating and it's your game and you only just won by one. It doesn't even benefit me in
Well, I didn't
any
even
way.
win by one. It was a draw, but I'll get the points.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Did he?
Let's see what we get. Let's pull a nice little legendary after that, shall we?
I need to put an epic.
Doubt it, but let's give it a go. Table. I told you, I'm desperate. I'm absolutely desperate for some decent support cards. I've still got the ultra rare. All right, 9 minutes for another match. I might as well go back into exhibition.
How about once I finish this?
Yeah.
Mini Mano Ninja.
The Mini Mano Ninja Boy up to first to win 5.
Mm-hmm.
Go on then, we'll do that.
Wait for me. I'm playing my RTG.
How close? Oh, you're just picking up your cards. Yeah. Okay, well let's do that. First to 5, Mano Ninja Boyo on exhibition mode. What's the last decent card you pulled off the decks, mate?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I've not pulled something in a while.
Right, you ready then?
The last time I pulled a good card, you did it for me.
That's very true. Right, are you ready?
Don't play Killer Panda.
Are you ready?
Oh yeah. Oh, I know.
Why shouldn't I play Killer Panda?
Because that's horrible.
She's always deciding for me what I should be doing. God, you know what? What were you going to say?
Should we do like pick who has the best name?
You could do if you want to. Well, Killer Panda's got the best name. I look at you. Right.
Booty Sprinkles.
Booty Sprinkles. Right, here we go.
You better win. Otherwise it'll be
Sort of much
unhappy.
toughness. That's very much Ryback's territory. Very comfortable.
Yes. And I'm losing.
Solo match power. Okay, well I'll go with Finn. That'll do the job.
You've won, I'm on a 1-all.
And solo match speed charisma. Well, I might as well use Randall for that. Not that he's won. Again, Randy and Alberto Del Rio are in there to power up their stats. So Right, first picks for Mano Ninja Boyo. Fernando and Booker T. What have you got? Daniel and did you lose? Unlucky, buddy. So that's a win for me. In case you're not quite sure what we just did, then we compare cards once we've finished our own individual games. If you've got two wrestlers and your opponent's only got one, you win, regardless of what their tier is. If you've both got the same number of wrestlers, then it's down to whoever's got the highest tier. And if they're the same tier, then you start doing your top trump style comparing of stats. That's how it works. That is how it works. How does it work? How does it work? 1-0. It's right back. Ooh. Up against Stinger. And sees him off. And might as well use Finn again. Might as well use old Finn again, begin again. It's a perfect match. What did you get? Charisma and what? He's always trying to trick me because he knows I'm not looking at what's going on. Right, I've got, with my 3 picks, Stardust. Right back. And a kendo stick. Right, what have you got? This is you lose again. What on earth's going on over there?
This isn't happening.
It's 2-0 to Big
Mano's
Jim.
party.
Is that you? Or is that Smee?
Smee.
Right.
Captain Smee.
Captain Smee. Let's play Captain Smee.
Remember, he formed Jake and Neverland Pirates.
Jake and the Neverland Pirates. Yeah. Right, Silamax power speed. Right back. And Silamax toughness again. It's not Finn's greatest stat, but might as well go for it. And he's done the job for me again. Very nicely. Thank you, Mr. 40. Very nice. Silamax power. Similar story.
What?
Nothing. Stone Cold Steve Austin and Ryback. Look at that. And I take it Bo's your only card, yeah? Yeah?
No.
Oh, what else have you got then? You haven't got anything else.
I picked Ray Wyatt.
Oh, that's good. Go on then, proceed. Are you going to win a game or are you just going to mess about for the rest of the day? Undead Ryback.
Hey.
Goldberg. Nick.
Hey, look. Yeah, banter.
Banter FC. I'll play Undead Ryback. Why not? With a humorous name like that. Game for a laugh. Undead Ryback with a picture of Alberto Del Rio. Ooh. I want to do something tactical here. I want to play those 2 lads. Because I don't want to waste an event card. Or risk using an event card with a lower statted card. Now I can go in with me big old diva.
Finished.
Near me. Oh, you actually got three card pick there. There's your chance to start fighting back. Oh, I've blown that one. I've blown that. So actually lost. You've got a very good chance of getting back in here.
I got 2 wrestlers.
You've got 2 wrestlers. You've won. So it's 3-1. 3-1 to Big Jim. The fight back starts here. Alright, Chief. Rusty B.
Lotomax.
Let's go for Rusty B. I'll leave you to decide what the B stands for. And we've got Solomax Power Charisma. What? Rusty Bum. That's your suggestion, is it?
Can I say something?
You probably can, yeah.
In my last match, to get the bonus pick, I propped against Undertaker Legendary.
Nice.
And we both boosted, but I still won.
Well done. Well done, that man. Right, I have a perfect match. I have 3 cards to pick. I have an opponent who's not finished his game.
I only get 2 picks. Although I did get 3 wins
Yeah.
Because it was a
Cesaro.
draw.
Natalia.
You win.
And Luke Harper. 4-1 to Big Jim. You lose, sir. You lose.
Oh, wow. You're getting so many good names.
Nardog.
Hi,
I'm Louis.
Hi, I'm Louis.
Oh. My blooming heavy-handedness again. I don't even know who I tapped then. Nardog.
Okay, at least it's not a bad.
Gone for Nardog. Even toughness. It's got to be Nimini. Oh, look at that. Event card coming out. Right. Maybe Nardog wasn't the person to have been playing. It's got to be right back. It doesn't have right back. So it's onesies. So the match power charisma. It's got to be Finn. I'll give him a bit of that as well. Oh, it's a Finn on Finn.
I proc.
And I procced.
Oh, no, I can't do.
Right, so I get 2 picks. You got The Rock. I've got Edge and Waiting on a Network. Oh, Naomi Rare. What have you got? That's it. Big Jim 5-1.
You lose, sir.
A comfortable stroll to victory for Big Jim.
You realise that when I had to take another vomit, even though there's none.
When I had to do what? Oh, look at that. There's about a minute to go. I was just wondering if I play one more match with the new deck on.
I need the brain break.
Road to Glory.
I'm going to go off for 10 seconds.
Oh, yeah?
1, 2.
It's gone for a drink. Do you know what? I haven't got a blooming beer. I needed a beer for this episode. Yeah, sorry if it's been a bit subdued. It's a bit later in the evening than we were planning to do. Oh, we know about that. What are you telling us about that for? Team events. Suddenly popped up with that team event thing. But it's later in the evening than we'd planned. But we did want to try and get this episode out to you. So that you got something for Friday evening stroke Saturday. Because we know that the grind is long. And as Ninja Boy said, when you're first going through it, you're not even having to worry about what cards you're selecting. You're just tapping away. And it can become a bit monotonous. I was going to say anonymous. It can become a bit monotonous. Right, 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's
2016.
go. Right, 2016. Right, let's see how this pans out. Shockster. We're playing the Shockster. If the game gets a move on. Right. What cards are you dealing me here? So much power speed, so we better use Johnny Chinar. Well, straight away he's against an event card. So that's going to be the size of things, is it? That's going to be the size of it.
You beat Michael Jackson.
Ow!
Huh?
So I could have done with a tag there, really. Oh, no, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. They're the only words that we know.
Cool.
That's okay, it's not a lost cause, it's twosies. Ah. Now, do I use Finn? Because he'll suddenly bring out an event card. Yeah, I don't trust it not to bring out an event card, so... Ah! See? There's good thinking there, Big Jim. Now, do me speed.
Yeah, he would have still won.
Damn.
At least you get a booster. Boosties.
Okay, let's do it.
Boost.
Let's do it.
You win. You win, my friend. Why can't this be Mano Ninja Boyo?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
Right.
Chunkster.
Use of power. Let's pull that in.
Yeah,
Ah,
nice
dear.
one.
Event card again. So, what are we going to do here?
What's
That's
you
what
gonna do?
Top diva, so I can't do much more than that. Naomi is my starlet.
In case tag team, I would say
I'm going to have to go with Stone Cold, who's just got beaten. Oh, this is getting close again. Tag team power. Well, that should be enough for me. So we're going into the final round. Even Stevens. I've got Ryback. Oh, that's perfect for Ryback. Power toughness. There we go.
Done.
Well, that's that. Yeah, but there's still possibly 2 rounds, 2 matches.
No.
That's bad news. That's bad news. Oh, it's definitely going to have a Legendary Pro left.
2, you mean?
Oh, man. Yeah, there's one.
There's Uno.
Man, he's going to pit me at the post.
I just got another rare. Man.
Oh, it's tight. And
Wait,
I've
what's
propped.
the stat? Zigzag.
Whew! Just brought it home again. So it has made it's made these games tighter, but that's 2 wins now at 10 points. So I will keep chiseling on as the evening goes on. There's another title match, always very useful. I shall chisel on and see how I get on my quest to get Finn Balor, Alberto Del Rio. Finn Balor on the brain. Right, 68 out of 180.
You got too many Finn Balor.
I had too many Finn Balors on the brain. Right. Are you going to carry on playing for a bit?
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Good.
Playing Courtney.
How you doing?
Okay, well, as Ninja Boy plays us out, I shall start our farewells. We will try and do a wrap-up for this on Sunday, because by then I would certainly hope that I've sorted out Alberto Del Rio, and we'll get a chance to see how Ninja Boy's doing. Tomorrow, which is Saturday, mate, you're doing that, but that's going to rattle the microphone. Saturday, we've got a Mano Ninja Boyo FIFA 16, and it is, if I'm correct, is it Real Madrid against PSG?
Yes.
Real Madrid against PSG. If you didn't catch the last one, the Man City West Ham, again, I'll leave a link floating around our heads around here somewhere, so you can take a look at that. There's quite a few goals in that one. Quite a few goals. Not all great goals, but quite a few goals. And scoring goals is what makes football entertaining. And some of them were good, yeah. And as I always say at this stage of our videos, to try and find out what's coming out when, the best source for that is Twitter, because that gives you the most up-to-date news. So at BadLadDad, at Twitter. Please, 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 if you do like the video that you've seen today, please share it with your friends. Please bang us a like. Please hang around and just see what we're doing, because we're doing it for you. We're here for you. We're here for the community. Let us know how you're doing. Let us know what you want to do if you have not quite got there. And just have a nice weekend. And we shall see you very soon.